welcome to another episode of Geeks Keep You Running. This is Season 3, Episode 25, The True Price of Being Offline, Turning Downtime into Budgeting Power. As always, Geeks Keep You Running is brought to you by the folks at Piedmont Technical Experts, where they help keep you running. Geeks Keep You Running is hosted by Jonathan Beck. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Geeks Keep You Running. I'm Jonathan Beck, your host today, and we're going to be talking about something most small business owners never actually sit down and calculate, and that's the real cost of downtime. Whether it's a ransomware attack, a server crash, or just a good old-fashioned power outage, knowing the dollar impact is a secret to justifying your cybersecurity and tech budgets. So why does downtime cost matter? Well, in short, time equals money. But it's more than just lost revenue. It's a productivity loss of your employees. It's potential loss of trust with your customer base. And it's the cost of recovery to get you back up and running. IBM did a cost of a data breach, and that report showed that small businesses often face thousands per hour of downtime, yet most don't have an official figure. If you can put a number on your downtime, then you can put a number on what you're willing to spend to prevent it. I get it. I see that I need to know how much it costs me to be down. I mean, I feel like the number may not be that bad. Or maybe you're thinking, oh, that number's going to be horrible. But I don't know how to do it. So let's go through the math real quick. So it's going to be lost revenue per hour plus lost productivity per hour plus the recovery cost times the hours of downtime. That's your basic math. Lost revenue per hour is the average sales you do per hour or that go towards closing a sale. Lost productivity is strictly a wage measurement. How long are your employees twiddling their thumbs or watching cat videos instead of doing their job? Recovery costs. How much are you paying somebody, whether it's an IT company like Piedmont Technical Experts, internal staff, overtime pay, rush orders, etc.? That all goes into your recovery costs. Okay, you made the math sound easy, but I still think it sounds pretty difficult. Well, we got you covered here too. There are plenty of tools and calculators out there. One of the ones we use at Piedmont Technical Experts is Datto's Downtime Cost Calculator, and it's free, it's online, and it's easy for SMBs to use, and the outputs per hour and per incident costs. There are other options out there like the Cronus, Continuity Central calculators, or you could even plug this all into a custom spreadsheet in Google Workspace or in Microsoft Excel. As a pro tip, run the numbers for different scenarios. What's it going to cost if your email's down? What's it going to cost if everything in the building's down? What is it going to cost if you've got ransomware and you're locked out of all your machines? Work with a partner to tell you what it's going to look like as far as downtime if you need that help. But in this slide, we have a link to the Datto Downtime Calculator. Okay, I've got the cost for downtime. What do I do with it to justify my budget? Well, this is where you take that downtime cost figures and you present it to your leadership or your stakeholders or the company owner, or if you are the owner, you're looking at the numbers already and say if 4 hours of downtime costs you, say, $3,000, and then a yearly backup and cybersecurity service costs you $1,500 a year, it pays for itself if it prevented one incident. So you use the data for the different metrics that you measured for to say, okay, if I prevent this critical PC from going down, be it through backup, be it through having new hardware, I'm going to save the company X amount of money because this is what it's going to cost if that machine disappears, or this is what it's going to cost if we're down for 3 days recovering from ransomware. All right, so you've got the buy-in, you've got some dollars designated for it, so you want to make sure that you allocate those funds proportionally to the biggest risks. From a cybersecurity standpoint, that's going to be things like MFA implementation, endpoint detection and response implementation, and backups. From hardware and software maintenance, you want to make sure you're covering your servers, workstations, and cloud systems effectively. And you want to make sure that you have some money designated for training, phishing awareness, incident response drills, backup and disaster recovery testing. Tie each spend to the downtime cost that it's reducing. The more efficiencies you show to your leadership, or the more efficiencies you can show to yourself, it justifies the dollar spent. All right, so just to recap. First, knowledge is power. Know your downtime costs. Use a formula or use one of the free calculators like the downtime calculator from Data. Use real numbers to justify your cybersecurity and tech spending to the decision makers. Treat IT like business insurance. It protects your revenue and it protects your reputation. So what's your call to action leaving this episode? Go out there, run your downtime numbers this week. Let's make sure you're investing in the right tools, in the right ways, in the right amounts, and staying online. And as always, stay secure, stay geeky, and let Piedmont Technical Experts help keep you running. Hi, this is Jonathan Beck with Piedmont Technical Experts and Geeks Keep You Running. Really do hope you found this episode enjoyable and that you learned something. And as always, we appreciate all the likes, shares, and subscribers that we can get to Geeks Keep You Running. And stay tuned for our newest episodes. And that concludes our episode of Geeks Keep You Running. Stay tuned next week, and we'll be diving into the tech and cybersecurity news that made our radar for this month. Have a great week.